Well, my friends, it is so good to be with you this morning on a morning when we celebrate our God, who is the good shepherd of the sheep. And this good shepherd image is one of the oldest images, one of the most ancient symbols we have for our understanding of God. It has resonated with people of our tradition even before the incarnation, the coming of the divine to earth in the form of Jesus Christ. It has been around for thousands of years. And whenever Jesus explains his relationship to us in the form of this particular allegory, I can't help but think of the words of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Words that are thousands of years old, yet words that ring forth as true even now in the middle of a pandemic. However, to read them at this time, I have to admit it does feel different. It seems like their significance has slightly changed, has altered even. And as I reread the words of Psalm 23 this week, thoughts swirled through my head as to our own present situation. And when I was reflecting on this full and rich and deep symbol with my friend Tanya Wallace, who's the rector of All Saints in South Hadley, Massachusetts, she decided to share a Facebook video with me to describe the words of Psalm 23. And it really helped me describe and understand this new dimension that the Good Shepherd image has taken in my life here and now. So I'm gonna do something, I don't know if we've ever done at St. Pat's before. We're gonna actually watch a video for part of this sermon. And it's something we can do now as we're worshiping together over Zoom. So my friends, I'm gonna share my screen with you. And we are gonna watch this video on Psalm 23 together. Well, thank you, my friends, for allowing me to have a millennial moment and share something from social media with you. I appreciate your flexibility and your willingness to try new things with me. But that being said, I would actually like to offer us the opportunity to reflect on this video. I don't know about you, but it struck a chord with me the first time I saw it. And by the end of it, I always find myself tearing up because it reads between the lines so much of what we are thinking and feeling right now. And it voices the depth of emotions that this pandemic has created amongst us as disciples of Christ. And that being said, I want to offer you time to reflect. So if you want to unmute yourself, and I ask you, what stood out to you this Sunday in the words of Psalm 23? What stood out to you?
The sharing and giving of all you have for people in need.
Thanks, Lou.
The valley of the shadow of death. That's what's out there.
Thanks, Jeff.
I will dwell in my house forever. That was beautiful. It's like, no, it's the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
In the presence of those who trouble me.
Yeah.
Thy rod and thy staff comfort me.
And friends, how has God been a good shepherd to you during this time?
He's given me a sense of calm and peace in the midst of this trouble when we pray about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel reassured that everything will be okay. I have daughters that live in high areas, 3 in New Jersey and 1 in Seattle. And my biggest concern was that, you know, they were exposed in the high concentration areas, and everybody's been okay.
Praise God.
Been nice.
Yeah.
He helps me lie down.
Is that Pam?
That
No,
was
Georgie.
Greta.
Oh, Georgie.
It's Georgie. It says Greta, my
Georgie.
daughter's name, but yeah, just helps me lie down when I'm spinning, when I feel like I'm out of control. I can, you know, just stop and take a minute, pray, and find my peace.
Amen.
It's helped me to realize how much we take for granted when so many things that we took for granted are taken away, and how you appreciate what you still have even more.
Yeah.
An article came out 2 days ago that said that dermatologists worldwide are recognizing lesions, sort of like chilblains, on the feet and toes of people who have had coronavirus in the past. And I've been struggling with that for several weeks now. So I am coming to the realization that I may have been and done and had this and never even realized, which is kind of sets my mind at ease.
There's a different sort of reaction. You know, I think in this time we focus on all the things we can't do anymore. You know, the things that can't easily go to sports events, can't go to the grocery store, can't freely move about society. But I think out of the ashes is going to come something that's going to be better. You know, I think these Zoom services show us that we can be a family, we can be together. And in some cases, you know, maybe going forward, there might be members of the congregation who for one reason or another can't physically attend church, that might even find this better. And I think your video shows us that there's new technology, there's new forms of communication that will grow out of this that never would have been possible without this time out in our lives.
Yeah. Good point, Rob. Thank you.
I think also you realize how good you may have it as opposed to, let's say, the meat packers in a meat packing plant where there's a 50% COVID-19 rate and people are dying left and right all around you. And we're up here in Incline Village in our ivory towers, and we're in a little bit better position. And we need to realize that in order to give out and give more to those who are in much, much greater need than us.
Thank you, Jeff. Anyone else? Well, friends, we'll end our time together this morning actually by rereading Psalm 23. So I will share it on my screen here.
I could do that as well,
Oh, okay.
but you've got it.
Thank you.
You should say.
So here, let's see. Let me make it a little bigger. Can everyone
Yes,
see?
yours doesn't have a page break in the middle of it.
Yeah. So friends, I will read up to the asterisk again, just because there's so many of us on Zoom, if you guys will complete the rest of the verse. The Lord is my shepherd.
I shall not be
He makes me lie down in green pastures.
and
Leads
leads
me
me
beside
beside
still waters.
He revives my soul.
and
And
guides
guides
me
me
along the right
pathways
pathways
for his name's sake.
Same sake.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear.
I shall fear no evil.
For you
For
are
you are
with
with
me.
Leads me,
Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
comfort me.
You spread a table before me in the presence of those who trouble me.
You have anointed my head with oil.
Oil.
My cup
My cup
Cup is
runneth
running
over.
over.
Surely your goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
and I will
And I
dwell
will
in
dwell
the
in
house of the Lord forever.
forever.
Amen.
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 Thank you, my friends.